Hello everyone, my name is Alana. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like. Up. If you thought The Big Bang Theory was where Sheldon Cooper reached his peak in humor, think again. Young Sheldon, the spin-off prequel series, has taken the iconic character's quirky brilliance and spun it into a whole new world, filled with laugh-out-loud moments that even fans of the original series can't help but love. Whether it's Sheldon's strange quirks, his hilarious interactions with his family, or his unfiltered commentary on life, young Sheldon never fails to deliver comedy gold. Reddit is full of passionate young Sheldon fans, and they've weighed in on the episodes that left them in stitches. From Sheldon's unintentional pranks to his quirky family dynamics, here are 7 of the funniest episodes of Young Sheldon, as ranked by Redditors. Why it's hilarious. This episode stands out as one of the most memorable. Sheldon decides to take matters into his own hands when it comes to his relationship with his mother, Mary. The moment when Sheldon comforts his mother by talking about how much better her life would be without him is both heartwarming and hilariously awkward. Redditors point out how the humor lies in the brilliant mix of Sheldon's literal approach to life and the very relatable situations that his family faces. One Reddit user commented, "Sheldon's sincerity when he tries to help his mother is pure gold. The fact that he doesn't get why his words hurt her just makes it even funnier." Why it's hilarious. The episode where Sheldon is dealing with a stomachache and decides to stay home from school is one of the first real glimpses of how funny the show can be. Sheldon's serious demeanor, paired with his naive attempts to explain his ailment in scientific terms, brings a unique and comedic flair. Redditors love how Sheldon's genius can often complicate simple situations, turning what would be a mundane school day into a laugh riot. One Redditor said, "Sheldon trying to outsmart the family with his sick excuse was just too funny. You can feel the tension building with every awkward interaction." Why it's hilarious. This episode gets a lot of love on Reddit for one simple reason. Sheldon's first big philosophical debate with his mother over faith and religion. Sheldon's interactions with his mom are funny because he can't understand why she's so upset about his logical breakdown of religion. The humor in this episode comes from the ridiculousness of the situation. Sheldon questioning everything around him while being completely serious. Reddit users love the contrast between Sheldon's intellect and his complete lack of emotional intelligence. One Reddit user commented, "Sheldon's perspective on religion is both hilarious and deeply relatable." The episode brilliantly balances comedy with some real family tension. Why it's hilarious. This episode introduces a hilarious story arc involving Sheldon and his deep dive into the world of online gaming. It's the moment where Sheldon tries to bond with his friends by playing an MMORPG and discovering just how much social interaction can be a nightmare. Redditors can't get enough of Sheldon's inability to grasp how online games work, leading to plenty of awkward and funny moments. One Redditor wrote, "Sheldon just doesn't get the concept of gaming etiquette, and it's so funny to watch him try to act like an expert." The whole episode is full of cringeworthy yet hilarious moments. Why it's hilarious. This season finale brings the laughs by focusing on Sheldon's growing frustrations with the lack of advanced academic material at his school. He's bored, and his solution is to create chaos by deliberately derailing an experiment. Reddit users love this episode because of the comedic chaos that ensues when Sheldon realizes that his lack of a challenge in school can lead to some truly bizarre and funny solutions. A Redditor expressed, "Sheldon's idea of a fun time is wreaking havoc, and it's hilarious watching his genius mind work in such ridiculous ways." Why it's hilarious. This episode has fans rolling with laughter as Sheldon faces a crisis at school. After a classmate accuses him of plagiarism, Sheldon's moral compass is put to the test. However, it's his reaction to the accusation that steals the show. his over-the-top defense, and his determination to prove he's right at all costs. Reddit users are in love with how Sheldon's sense of justice and his complete lack of social tact lead to some incredibly funny moments. I lost it when Sheldon tried to use his genius to prove he didn't plagiarize. His earnestness made the whole thing even more ridiculous. Why it's hilarious. This episode is a fan favorite because of Sheldon's unique way of handling relationships, particularly with his best friend, Amy. The episode showcases their adorable but awkward dynamic, especially when Sheldon's obsession with tiny details takes center stage. Reddit fans love how the humor in this episode stems from Sheldon's inability to comprehend basic emotional cues. A Reddit user wrote, "The whole episode is a perfect example of Sheldon's neurotic personality clashing with Amy's patience. It's just comedy magic." These 7 episodes from Young Sheldon are just a glimpse of the hilarious moments that make the show so special. The charm of Young Sheldon lies in how it captures the perfect balance between Sheldon's brilliance and his awkwardness. Whether he's navigating social situations, questioning life's mysteries, or simply trying to make sense of the world around him, Sheldon's antics never fail to entertain. Reddit fans seem to agree. Young Sheldon is a comedy goldmine, and these episodes are some of the best the show has to offer. Which episode made you laugh the hardest? Let us know in the comments below. The 6th season of the popular CBS sitcom Young Sheldon, which follows Sheldon Cooper's crazy, neurotic, and impossible-to-watch existence as he grows up in East Texas in the 1980s and 1990s, premiered on September 29. Before Sheldon Cooper, Ian Hermitage, gets to Caltech, viewers continue to enjoy his humorous coming-of-age story in this prequel to The Big Bang Theory. Although the program hasn't attracted the same enormous viewership as The Big Bang Theory during its most popular seasons, Redditors have revealed which of the series' episodes are the funniest. In terms of intelligence, common sense, and general ambition, Montana Jordan's humorous portrayal of George Cooper Jr. is the complete opposite of Sheldon Cooper. Sheldon's parents' anxiety at meeting Georgie's new lover, who is considerably older and expecting a child, is the main topic of this episode. According to Stark on Reddit, funniest ****, the conversation in this episode was the best I've seen in a long time. Brought back a lot of the genuine chats I had with my naive teenage nephews. Related, IMDb's ranking of the best Young Sheldon season finales. George's blith fact that Jordan and his parents are unaware of the consequences of his acts and respond to them by saying that he would be a hot trophy husband highlights their excellent comedic timing in this entertaining Young Sheldon episode. Meemaw, played by Annie Potts, gives Young Sheldon another level of hilarious brilliance. The main focus of the episode is Georgie's mother learning that he works for Meemaw in her gambling den of sin. A genuine laugh-out-loud moment occurs during the conflict and priceless conversation between Mrs. Cooper, Meemaw, and eventually George. As Dream and Dream so eloquently put it, this was the funniest episode of the season, in my opinion. I laughed aloud several times, even though the episode synopsis didn't sound particularly interesting. This episode's theme is the peculiarities of working a job with nowhere to go, and experienced actors Ed Begley, Wallace Shawn as Dr. Sturgis and Jr. as Dr. Linkletter. Expecting the unexpected, Young Sheldon is characterized by its physical comedy and dumb premise of 2 older men singing Lollipop, Lollipop on a park bench. According to Redditor Super_description 169, Drunken Linkletter and Sturgis was the highlight of the episode. I just watched and at Jana's comment, I bet those losers dropped out of high school too on the park bench. I burst out laughing. Although Sheldon's persona changes with each episode, the show's viewers are nevertheless treated to nerdy pearls of wisdom. During this episode, Sheldon's father challenges him to tutor his friend Billy Sparks, with the scene amusingly juxtaposing Sheldon's nerdiness with Billy's simplicity. Associated with Young Sheldon Ranker's list of the top 10 episodes for Powerful Cut 708. It's an excellent illustration of how the Big Bang world may be for nerds with geeky ideas like The Pleasant Place, rather than just being a joke for nerds. Additionally, it's intriguing for Sheldon's character that faith is necessary for even science, with Sheldon's arithmetic, parents growing closer, and the amusing Bonnie and Clyde partnership of Meemaw and Dale, who try to pull off a questionable business deal. Partnerships become a theme in this episode. "I actually cheered for Dale at the end," exclaimed Jazzfan619. "He works well with Meemaw." Related, the top 15 Big Bang Theory-like shows. With their clever banter and couple dynamics, Young Sheldon's cast keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. As Snarkinger said in an intriguing way, excellent episode. Essentially matching up performers with strong chemistry and letting them complement one another. When Sheldon Cooper tells the preacher in Sunday school that he wants to develop his own religion, mythology, based on the universal binary system, it is a classic Sheldon Cooper moment that aptly reflects the character he plays on The Big Bang Theory. Since Sheldon is the class volunteer to express his religious views and ultimately asks the class to convert to his new faith, the humorous timing and conversation with the pastor are invaluable. "The only sin in mythology is being stupid," Sheldon's appropriate punchline, which inspired Redditor Master Improvement Ford to label this scene the funniest moment in Young Sheldon so far. In this early episode of the Young Sheldon series, he thinks he wants to travel to NASA, channeling the outrageous humor that made The Big Bang Theory popular. In addition to Sheldon's attempt to obtain a second mortgage on his home, and his complaint about age discrimination after confessing to the bank officer that he is 8 years old, the discussion between Sheldon and the NASA official is clever and subtle. The comment made by Redditor Paul Ricard, "I'm just loving this show more and more after each episode," perfectly sums up why this is one of the funniest and most memorable Young Sheldon moments. It strikes the ideal balance between humor, sweetness, and Sheldonness. I thought Elon Musk's guest appearance was a great addition. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.